guys, my name's Jay, I love nachos, and I think this picture right here is hilarious. First things first, sorry about the really bad lighting. It's very dark right now for some reason, so I'm gonna be breaking down the Wiccan read, so let's get started. First line is, "Bide with the law you must in perfect love and perfect trust." Love and trust the God and Goddess, humanity, and yeah. By the way, this is in no way the way to interpret it. It's just my interpretation. You don't have to interpret it the same way. That's fine. Live you must and let to live, fairly take and fairly give. So basically, you give what you think is fair and you take what is fair. For tread the circle thrice, about to keep unwelcome spirits out. So when you cast a circle, it is all about protection, keeping evil spirits out. So you have like a safe, protected space to do magic. And in theory, you create a circle 3 times. So yeah, to bind the spell well every time, let the spell be said in rhyme. Your spells have to rhyme if you want them to work well. Personally, I don't think that's necessarily true. I've had spells where they don't rhyme work fine. I've had spells that do rhyme that don't work. And I've had spells that rhyme and do work. So that one I take with a grain of salt, just my opinion. Light of eye, soft of touch, speak you little, listen much. So this is basically speak less and listen much, because you can learn a lot just from listening. So yeah. The next one is, don't give people dirty looks. Don't like beat people up, don't harm people with your hands or your words. Just be a nice human being. Honor the old ones in deed and name, let love and light be our guides again. So basically, you're honoring the God and Goddess in deed and name. It's not just enough to say, oh, I worship the God and Goddess. You actually have to physically put in the work. And then you let love and light guide you. Sorry if I'm like this. My knees hurt. So, docile go by the waxing moon, chanting out the joyful tune. Okay, so docile means right. Basically, you're going clockwise from the waxing moon. And you're just chanting out the joyful tune. You're being happy, okay? Happy. Happiness. Yeah. So it's basically from the waxing moon on counterclockwise. Gotta be kind of happy. Widdershins go when the moon... Okay, so widdershins go when the moon doth wane, and the werewolf howls by the dread wolf's bane. Well, if you don't know what widdershins mean, it means opposite. And moon doth wane is when the moon isn't, it's like new moon, it's dark. When there's no moon, so it's like the opposite of the new moon. No, it's clockwise from no moon. When there's no moon in the sky, you go clockwise. And werewolves hate wolfsbane, if that made sense at all. Hopefully it made sense. When the lady's moon is new, kiss the hand to her ×2. Okay, so basically, when it's a new moon out and it's nice and bright and yay, no, a full moon. When it's a full moon and it's bright and happy and awesome, you kiss your hand to her ×2. When the moon rides at her peak, then your heart's desire seek. So when the moon is full and bright, you can ask for anything. It's a good time for spells about anything your heart's desire. Yeah. Head the north wind's mighty gale, lock the door and trim the sail. So normally, when winds blow from the north, they're bringing the cold air from the north, so it's winter is what they're referring to, and you lock up all your stuff for the winter. The wind blows from the east, expect the new and set the feast. So when the wind blows from the east, expect new people, some sort of occasion. When the wind comes from the south, love will kiss you on the mouth. So basically, when the wind comes from the south, you will have some sort of romantic fling or full-blown relationship happen to you. When the wind whispers from the west, all hearts will find peace and rest. So when the wind blows from the west, which would be this way, it's basically a loved one has moved on and is now in west and has moved on and died. 9 woods in the cauldron go, burn them fast and burn them slow. This is referring to, what is it, Beltane? Beltane. I want to say it's Beltane. If I am wrong, I will correct myself in editing. But there are 9 different types of wood to put in a Beltane fire, all for different reasons, is what it's saying. Birch in the fire goes to represent what the lady knows. So birch wood is just all about the goddess's intelligence and what she knows. Oak in the forest towers with might. In the fire it brings the gods' insight. So basically you burn oak wood for the gods' insight. Rowan is a tree of power, causing life and magic to flower. So rowan wood is for power, life, magic to flower. So willows at the waterside stand ready to help us to the summer land. If you don't know what the summer land is, it's the Wiccan's term for the afterlife. So basically, willow flowers that are blossoming near water will help you to go to the afterlife. Hawthorn is burned to purify and draw fairy to your eye. That's pretty self-explanatory. If you need purification or you want to draw the fairies to you, burn hawthorn wood. Hazel, the tree of wisdom and learning aids its strength to bright fire burning. So basically, if you need wisdom, if you need to learn something, hazelwood is good for that. I'm just very itchy today. White are the flowers of apple tree that brings us fruits of fertility. So basically, white flowers and apples are good for fertility, is what I take that as. Grapes grow upon the vine, giving us both joy and wine. That's pretty self-explanatory. A lot of this from here on out is self-explanatory. So fir does mark the evergreen to represent immortality seen. So fir is a type of tree, and it's part of like the evergreen trees. It's like a branch of the evergreen tree, and it helps to see immortality, which this kind of bugs me because humans die. We don't live for like ever. We die. Immortality is not a thing yet. And if it is a thing, it'll be a thing by science, in my opinion. Okay, elder is the lady's tree. Burn it not or cursed you'll be. Don't burn elder wood. It is the wood of the lady. Don't burn it. You're going to get cursed. You're going to have a lot of bad luck. Don't do it. It's kind of like breaking glass. If you break glass, you'll have bad luck for 7 years. But this is way worse because you're pissing off a deity. You're pissing off a higher power if you burn elder wood. So don't do it. 4 times the major Sabbaths mark in the light and in the dark. So now we're about to go through the Sabbaths. The Sabbaths, no matter what you do, are in the morning and at night. As the old year starts to wane, the new begins. It's now Samhain. It's now Samhain. Okay, Samhain is the witch's new year. It's also called Halloween. So, yeah. When the time for Imbolc shows, watch the flowers through the snow. Imbolc is our spring holiday. It's when the snow starts to melt, flowers start to grow, hence the line that I just said. When the wheel begins to turn, soon the Beltane fires will burn. So basically the wheel of the year, or the wheel of the seasons, when it gets to Beltane, you burn the fires. Beltane is our summer solstice. Summer solstice. It's our summer solstice. So, yeah. Which, I don't know why you wouldn't be making fire in summer unless you're making food outside. Because, I'm sorry, 90 degrees and you want me to build a fire? That's hot. I'm not trying to kill myself of a heat stroke. No, thank you. As the wheel turns to Lammas, night power is brought to magic right. So, Lammas is kind of like our first harvest. So, yeah. And with magic right, it's basically things are starting to grow, they're starting to blossom, and getting ready for harvesting or being harvested. So that's where a lot of the magic comes from with Lammas. For times the minor Sabbaths fall, use the sun to mark them all. So these next 4 Sabbaths are by the sun, I guess is what that means. When the wheel has turned to Yule, like the log, the horn one rules. Yule is Christmas, so when Yule happens, the god rules. Spring, when night equals day, time for a star to bring our way. That's pretty self-explanatory. A star marks springtime. Night and day are pretty much equal in terms of like how many hours you get. It's normally about equal. And yeah. When the sun has reached its height, time for oak and holly to fight. The oak ones will go into hibernation, and holly and things like that will start to bloom, is what that means. Harvesting comes to one and all when the autumn equinoxes fall. Autumn equinox, second harvest. Heed the flower, bush and tree, by the lady blessed you'll be. Acknowledge the flower, bush, and tree, the goddess or lady, whatever you say, will bless you. When the rippling waters go, cast a stone, the truth you know. This is water divination, is what that's referring to. When you have and hold a need, hearken not to others' greed. Just watch the company you keep. Don't do things for other people's greed. Or for your greed. With a fool no season spent, or be counted as his friend. Basically, know the company you keep again. If you're around a fool, people are gonna think you're a fool. Merry meet and merry part, bright the cheeks and warm the heart. Basically, you want to meet somebody on good terms, and you want to leave them on good terms and with a smile. Mind the threefold laws you should, 3 times bad, 3 times good. This is karma. Whatever you do, it'll come back to you times 3. So if you do something bad, karma is going to give you something bad in return, normally 3 times worse. And when misfortune is a now, wear the star upon your brow. So when karma eventually bites you in the ass, to shake that bad karma. Be true in love, this you must do, unless your love is false to you. So this is if you're in a relationship and if you're in a friendship and they do you wrong, you don't have to be nice to them. You don't have to honor your agreement to them if they break it first. These 8 words the rede fulfill, and ye harm none, do what ye will. Do whatever you want, don't hurt anybody, don't take away their free will. As long as you want to do whatever you want, you can, just don't hurt anybody. Okay, that's done for the day. Sorry I'm rushing through this. I'm very hot. I'm about to faint. Bye.